Hello, everybody. It's what you've been waiting for. We are here on Channel 2 to watch the opening match of Cycle 2 NA Challenger Cup. It's going to be a super exciting one. On the orange side, we have Click, Chuck Not Norris, Link 1, Callan, and they're waiting for their fourth. And in the blue corner, we have Chewy Stack, Klex, Prometheus, and A Platypus from Gen Z. This is going to be super, super exciting. Both of these teams are hungry and ready to go. In fact, Click, I think, made it all the way to the third place game of the last Challenger Cup, so they are looking for vengeance, looking to get in this time. And of course, so is Gen Z. They're super excited to be here. They are ready. But let me introduce who I've got in the booth with me this evening, doing both co-casting and cams because he's extra talented like that, is the lovely Newton Dad, and we've got our mod helper Yuki in the booth as well. Newton Dad, how are you feeling about this one?
I'm feeling extraordinary. This is it's always fun to get the big kids in the arena to play the big games and make them really important and make them matter. My camera's kind of glitching out, but I need more light in my room, and I wasn't prepared to be on cam tonight. So there we go. It'll be fun. It'll be great. We got Psycha here. We got Click. We got Gen Z. Everybody knows all these names, and I just got a bug splat. That's a fantastic thing to happen right in the front of your game. That means the whole thing just crashed, and I'll just be momentarily fixing things. So if they ready up, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we heard one ready up come through, but it's okay. I have full faith in you. You'll get it figured out. But that is totally fine. So this is the first match of this evening, and starting with this season, the way we do it, since we have to do Friday and Saturday now, is we start a little late on Saturday to make sure that people on both coasts are able to play. But that also means that we can only get 2 matches in on Friday night. So this will be the first of 2 you see this evening, and that is also enough for somebody to get eliminated tonight. That's extra scary. So somebody could be done just tonight without playing tomorrow, but the rest of the tournament will finish out tomorrow. It is a standard double elimination tournament. The first and second move on to Master, and everybody else relegated to the ladder. But enough about that. We are ready to get this game going. Clock is winding down. Stacks are in the tubes. Disc is in the middle. Here we go. The first touch is going to go to Gen Z. That's going to bounce high in the bubble. Callan immediately under pressure from Klex. Klex trying to get a hand on that and somehow gets it to Chewy Stack, who's going to put it away for a very quick 2 first points.
Yeah, quick 2. I hope everything's working out there in TV land, that we have all our stuff lined up and everything's good to go. I'm doing my very best here to catch up. But that was a quick couple of points coming off there, and we can thank the generous friends Gen Z for starting us out right tonight. Their first pickup on the side of Click is going to be in the hands of Captain Will. Captain Will rolling out and finding the first pass nicely across over to Link 1. Now finding Callan, just choosing to back it up a little bit. They're slowing down. The Click team is a very traditional kind of sort of team. They play very controlled. They play a very possession based game, and this is not surprising to see them working the disc so nicely, moving up in this first play. They do get it picked off though, so that is the risk of playing that control game. Is A Platypus putting the hands on it and sending it all the way downfield. The stack is there. The points are there. Prometheus putting it in for another 2 points on the side of Gen Z.
Yeah, that slow controlled game is so pretty, and it takes a lot of discipline, but one turnover right like that, one turnover with a stack already together to get that clear could lead to a very quick punishment. So we're seeing the clashing of the 2 play styles here tonight. Click playing with that slow controlled discipline, and Gen Z just ready to pounce at any minute and capitalize on the smallest of mistakes from Click. So now it'll be Click down by 4, looking to move this one down the field once again. Captain Will looking for a cross there, but no, that's going to hit Station instead. In the hands of Klex, a long shot off the shield, in the hands of Platypus, and again, those little mistakes that Gen Z is just so ready for and will pounce on so quickly, and they're going to convert that one for a 3.
Yeah, that's certainly not the start that Click was looking for, and immediately they go into pausing the game and to have a little talk about things. Don't know if it's a technical thing. Don't know what's going on just yet. Haven't got all my eyes on everything to see. But it looks like, there is a dropout on the side of Click. So we do have missing from the action one of the members of the team, and I can't remember who it is. It looks like it's Link 1 CLIC. It's one of the two C's. Yeah, I'm lost. Who is it?
Callan.
Callan, there we go. Thank you.
There's too many C names on this team. It's
exactly.
fine.
It was rather nice of them to make their team be, an acronym of their name, so we could at least have a fighting chance of it. With the Link 1 at getting the extra character in there, of course, with the L1CC. So, yeah. In case you were wondering, that they did plan that out. It's not them just being lucky.
For sure. But yeah, I was not expecting this. Not that I was expecting, Click to immediately start winning. I was just not expecting the Gen Z to come out so strong. We've seen them do it before. I just didn't think on a team like Click that is used to playing so like patient, just disciplined and precise, that we'd see Gen Z start running away with it so quickly. I mean, we're not even 2 minutes into this game, and Gen Z is up by 7. They have figured out how to I'm sorry, I'm doing 9 things at once. They have figured out how to pressure Click in such a way that they can create those turnovers, create those opportunities, and get on it faster than Click is able to keep up with, because Click is playing this spread out passing game, right? But Gen Z already has the stack together. So in the time that it takes Click to realize their mistake and get a stack together, Gen Z is already gone.
Yeah, I mean, that'll haunt them over and over and over as it does happen over and over and over tonight, if that's the way it goes. That's a very scary thing to know that's what you're up against as well. These teams that have so much speed and so much control, they are kind of the way of the future. And if you don't play that style, they can be very, very, very intimidating overall. So, we'll see if it continues for Click, or if Click just manages to find the right combination and get things kind of squared away and ready to go.
Yeah, we shall see indeed. Let's see. So coming into this, Click was... Oh, I am on worldwide standings. That doesn't help me. This is the North America Cup. Hello. Click was second on the ladder. They were 12th place, and Gen Z right behind them. So I'm not surprised we're seeing a really close game here. That is some super exciting stuff. And it doesn't look like they did play earlier this cycle. March 11th, they played once, and Click 37-35. Click had more points, but Gen Z ended up winning that match. So let's see what happens here. As the timeout is over, Click coming out of the tubes, gonna send this one deep, bouncing around near the Pac-Man. Nobody has a hand on it yet. Here comes Chewy Stack. Captain Will with the steal, going across, looking for Callan, and Callan is going to find the net. And just like that, Click is finally on the board.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a couple minutes of talking, maybe back in the locker room, to get things squared away for Click to break the seal open. You never know how these games are going to go. They can slosh back and forth momentum-wise from minute to minute, or even from second to second. Sometimes it seems like as this rollout comes now. Gen Z now pushing the disc forward. A couple of nice passes to get it through into the mid zone. The pass going down and being immediately picked up by Callan. Callan now looking at the other end of the arena, finding a great pass to the stack and connection to a teammate, Chuck Not Norris, this time finishing that one up for a 3-pointer. And tie and bringing this point difference way closer now, just 2 points separate now.
Man, you cannot give Chuck those lanes. Chuck does not miss, to the point it is frustrating when you were playing with him. But and yeah, just like that, I mean, just over a minute ago they were down by 7. Now they are only down by 2. So here comes the comeback from Click. Let's see if they can keep it going, as Captain Will is under pressure on the floor, looking to get rid of that. He's gonna dump that one high, but oh no, that Gen Z stack is going to overshoot it. Here comes the Click stack. Link, a quick pass looking for Chuck. No, it's a self pass, and it's gonna work, as he's gonna put that one in for a 2, and Click is now tied up 7 apiece.
Yep. We see the more traditional meta at work. I mean, the longer shots, those pay off hard, especially if you're not guarding those lanes. And then of course the scramble meta behind the net, you know, to pick it up when you've outrun your opponent back to the other end. You know, those are the kinds of things that we've seen from Click that have gotten them to this point where they're looking at, you know, returning up to Master. A lot of these players on Click have been in Master before, have been very close to Master. As with Gen Z, this whole set of people are very, very talented, and all of them are right there on the edge from minute to minute being on Master tier. See the great passing going through. Callan taking a shot, but not quite finishing that one up just right. He goes down and punishes Prometheus for picking up the disc. It is now Captain Will bringing it back over to Chuck. Chuck looking around, slowing things down just a little bit over there on the Dorito. Chooses to move forward and is moving forward uncontested. Here comes the stack looking around like, don't come take this all by yourself. Captain Will now getting the pass as they're just moving around in the bubble and moving pretty freely. Chuck moving back toward the goal and finds the cross pass along the way and brings it to a 2-point lead now on the side of Click.
Nicely done. Chuck gets the duck, gets the goal, and Click is on a 9-point run right now. You know, at 8 minutes and 7 seconds, they were down by 7, and here we are just barely a couple seconds over 5 minutes, and they are up by 2. That is amazing as Gen Z looks to try to get some ground back, try to get some momentum back up to Chewy Stack. Chewy Stack's going to get his pocket picked by the one and only Link 1. Link 1 sending this one through. No good. Klex on the back line is going to pick this one up, walk it up to Cloud. No pressure yet, but he'll back it out to Prometheus on the station. Here comes Prometheus looking to walk, sending it across to a Platypus. Platypus pushing the bubble, finding the top pocket on the goalie from 7 meters out. That 18-meter-a-second shot will not be stopped, and we are tied again at 9.
Yeah, we joined Platypus right there when he picked up the disc right behind him and saw the lane he had. He shot on the goalie, and that's, you know, a pretty gutsy shot to pull off, but he did it beautifully, and it winds up with a tie score now. So you see it is now moving the forward disc, Click moving the disc forward into the blue zone, and relentlessly at that as they did manage to pick up the interception on the way back out. A reset coming back now. Chewy Stack pulling it off the goalie line, getting the stack to move forward with Prometheus. It's going to wind up being wind up getting bouncing off Geo and going the opposite direction, fooling everybody, including the cameraman, as Captain Will pulls it off on the back line, gets it centered up to the front. Oh my gosh, and what a shot from the mid. Callan taking a 37-meter shot and sailing it right in for a 3-point lead.
My goodness, what a shot there to, you know, Gen Z might have thought for just a second they could have gotten something going there, but Click gonna stop it in its tracks with another 3-pointer. Beautiful work there. Prometheus sending this one across to Klex near the tunnel. Klex walking into midfield before sending it up. Looked like he was looking for Chewy Stack, but it's gonna find the hands of that back Click Stack instead. Callan looking to send this one up. It is through the tunnel, bouncing good into the hands of Chuck Not Norris. He's got the open lane. Does he see it? No, the goalie is home. He's gonna send this one across, looking for Link, but that'll bounce a little wildly. And it's going to be contested. It's going to be Platypus getting the first hand on it, excuse me. Sending that one through the tunnel into the hands of Klex, taking the long shot, but Callan is home to shut it down. Here comes another clear from Callan, and this one will get by that Gen Z player.
Yep, it gets by and it gets into the blue zone, but only momentarily as it gets returned immediately back into the orange side. Picking up the disc is unfortunately my overlay is now on the fritz, so it's not picking up the team players, and the clock is stopped. So we're gonna have a moment here on the technology side. Keep going, Si.
That's fine. That's all good. Gen Z gonna launch that one into the bubble, but it's gonna bounce all the way out before anyone gets a hand on it. Into the hands of Klex. He's gonna walk this one forward a little bit, stopping at the ceiling, crossing it over to Prometheus, also on the ceiling. Prometheus playing a little patient here, maybe trying to draw somebody out. Here comes Link 1, so Prometheus is going to back this one way out, almost all the way to the back line before sending it in. Down low to Klex, coming off the shield, and Klex will find the back of the net, getting through that defender, getting it through the goalie, and we are now, or Gen Z is only down by 1 point, and there is still a whole minute and 45 to go, so this is most certainly anybody's game. And, I'll just keep going. That's okay. Y'all are stuck with me. Click is going to come out of the tubes here. Captain Will doing some wild pump fakes at the nest before sending it up to Callan at the Cloud. Callan gonna walk this one forward, being sure to turn around and keep an eye on that incoming stack. He barely gets that one off on time to Link. Link back to Captain Will on the back line. Captain Will looking for Callan. No, it's gonna find the Popcorn Geo instead. This is bouncing loose. Captain Will with a hand on it, but Platypus with the Sun and the Steel. He's gonna fling this one forward, desperately looking for a teammate there, and it will connect to Chewy Stack. Chewy Stack not able to get the shot off in time. Chuck Not Norris slapping this one through. Here comes the stack with a leech. Who will be there first? Nobody, as they all stop at the nest, and that bounces wildly into the hands of Chuck Not Norris, and Chuck is going to back this one out, slow it down. Here comes the double reset from Callan back to Captain Will. Captain Will looking for that cross to Link up on the ceiling. Link driving in, going to Callan. Callan gonna get shut down by a Platypus. What a stop. 45 seconds to go. That's bouncing all the way into the bubble. An opportunity here, but no! Chuck with the stop! Prometheus with the pickup, and Prometheus will dunk this one in for 2 points, putting Gen Z up 13-12.
Yeah, unbelievable turn of events as the game is just a nail-biter down to the last possession. Unfortunately, we do not have our lovely overlay on the screen, but we have the traditional one there, so we still can see what's going on. 22 seconds as we see the rollout coming from the side of Click. Click moving the disc forward, Chuck Not Norris having the disc, and looking at 13 seconds left to bring this one back into their side. A shot goes out off the ding ring, not good, and the follow-up is not good, but the final one is there. Link 1 finishing up this round. It is going to go on the side of Click.
Wow, oh wow, that was something else. I mean, Gen Z taking that early lead there, right? I mean, they went up 7-0 within the first 2 minutes, and you know, they seemed unstoppable in that moment, but it almost feels lucky that Callan, you know, dropped at that exact moment, after the 7th goal, after the 7th point, because that forced them to take that time out, and something most definitely changed on the side of Click after that timeout. They came out, you know, they were still playing the same slow, possessive game, but they were playing with a little bit more urgency. They were playing with more awareness. They weren't getting blindsided by that Gen Z stack coming in. You know, maybe it was a comms thing, maybe it was just, you know, how, you know, a play style thing and a positioning thing, but either way, they certainly turned it around there for the better after that drop from Callan, after that timeout, and then they went on a 9-point run. That's crazy. At this level, you know, this is the Challenger Cup. This is the top of Diamond. This is 12th and 13th place right here after Cycle 2. To go on a 9-point run is just astounding. And for Gen Z to shut that down, to get their heads together in time before it was too late, also outstanding there. I mean, I'm smiling ear to ear. Like, this is just such a good game. It's so evenly matched. The turns and momentum are exciting. The play styles meshing against each other are exciting. I'm just a nerd. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all good. We're all feeling the same thing as you see the disc rolling out on the side of Click, picking up possession. It is Chuck Not Norris moving the disc forward. The initial touch and the first pass not quite on where it needed to go inside the bubble, so it is tapped back out on the side from the side of Gen Z. It is now just a free disc, loose one chasing, and Callan picking it up. Just dancing around in the tunnel, the near side, looking at him, and he's looking at the rest of the arena saying, okay, where's this one going to go? He's got a low pass and chooses to take that low pass just a little bit off the mark, and it does sail free for a second. It is picked up by Link 1, but it is slapped immediately back into the mid zone. Callan waiting back there on the back line to pick that one up and rearrange for this next attack. He is slowing it down, just kind of looking around, saying what's going to go next. So he's got a little bit of pressure there, chooses a cross pass to Captain Will. Cap's got a little good pass down low by the boot and gets it just immediately intercepted. Unfortunately, he's covered just a little too tightly, so this goes into the mid.
Yep, but back into the hands of Callan, so they're going to hold on to this possession. Across to Captain Will, but Platypus got to get the headbutt away from Captain Will and the pickup off the bounce. He's looking for that clear, and it will be good. Into the hands of Chewy Stack. Chewy Stack going up, looking for Prometheus. The pass is a little bit off, but he's going to have this with time to spare. Driving in. No! The stop from Captain Will! Losing it for just a second, but he picks it back up to get this one mostly cleared out. Not quite, though. Chewy Stack is there. They'll keep the possession. Up to Prometheus again, now up on the ceiling, open goal. Prometheus makes it and takes it. The first 3 points of this round are going to go to Gen Z.
Yeah, it's an absolute battle for points here, and we had 1 minute and 30 seconds off the clock before a single point scored in this round 2. With Click taking round 1, they definitely have Gen Z's attention, and you can see the play style a little bit adjusting. Gen Z tends to be a quick playing team, and if you see them slow down a little bit, that's going to be in response to them feeling the pressure of what they're seeing on the other side. That one being pressured, but it is still moving forward. Chuck Not Norris taking an open shot in the lane, just dings it off the bottom edge of the goal. It bounces, it gets picked up by the blue team. That is Prometheus looking for a way out and just doesn't find it. The door closed very quickly, and the shot, just off the mark, unfortunately, and the disc is now free and clear up in the trap zone as there's a race to it.
There is a race, and Captain Will be there first, sending that through, but Prometheus there with the interception. Captain Will with a counter interception, though, and with that attempted clear. He's going to back this one out to Link 1. Under pressure from A Platypus, he'll send it right on back to Captain Will at the popcorn. He's juking around. He'll find Callan across on the floor, but the incoming stack will force it right on back to Captain Will. So they're playing this slow, controlled game, just trying to keep it away from the Gen Z stack, as Gen Z tries to force little errors like that one we almost saw just there, and the one we just saw now, getting that stun on Captain Will. A Platypus looking for the clear. It's going to bounce into the hands of the friendly stack, bouncing low off the shield into the hands of Platypus again, but the steal coming through from Callan. He's looking to get this one sent through. No good on that clear. Prometheus with the pickup, under pressure, going to send across to Chewy Stack. Chewy Stack going to go not quite into the hands of A Platypus, and Captain Will get this cleared.
Yeah, the nice long clear as the stack races on. Everybody kind of moving forward to it. Oh, I don't have the mini map on, so I can't see that. There we go. The disc is now moving back toward the mid. Under a lot of pressure, though. Captain Will picking it up. It is a 3-point game. We're nearly halfway through this one, so a super low scoring round here as the styles have all changed. The defense is definitely amped up here. Chuck Not Norris trying to move it in and finds the pass to Link 1 behind and gets those first 2 points on the board for Click.
Excellent job there by Click to work that one up. It might have taken a little bit, but two. Only down by 1 and 6 minutes to go. Prometheus sending this one across in the tunnel. It's going to bounce loose, picked up by Captain Will on the back line. Across over to Link 1. Link 1 looking to send it through, but no, bouncing off the islands into the hands of Prometheus. He's going to chuck that one through. Chewy Stack getting the block and the long 3. Beautiful work there by Chewy Stack. He certainly earned that one. 18 meters a second from 17 meters out, and it's going to put Gen Z up 6-2.
Yeah, I'm having all sorts of fun over here as the overlay has gone completely bonkers, so please stand by.
All right, cool. I'll just kind of fill the airspace. Captain Will gonna pick this one up for Click on the nest, walking this one forward. That stack is lurking. He's got to be careful. Across to Link 1, an immediate cross over to Callan in the trap area. A reset pass back to Captain Will as that stack gets stunned out. Captain Will sending this one forward, looked for Callan, but found Chuck instead. Chuck can't get rid of it in time as it will be stolen away by A Platypus. Sent through. Chewy Stack with the pickup, and Chewy Stack doesn't miss that. A 19 at that. In fact, and Gen Z starting to run away with this round, 9-2, and we're just under 5 minutes to go, so there's plenty of time for Click to turn this one around, but Gen Z is on a rampage right now. They are out for blood after that last round.
Yeah, Gen Z turning this up. The volume is up to about 9 now as see Chuck Not Norris trying to find a way into the blue zone. He chooses Captain Will and it gets a good pass forward. Captain Will's staring down that stack, though. He doesn't like what he sees, though they do keep moving the disc beautifully back and forth as the disc, just is, sailing from point to point to point. The control that they're showing is remarkable. It's really a piece of art here as the disc finally gets caster curse and winds up going a little bit loose of the mark there and winds up over on the other side. Captain Will picking it up, moving it back to nest, taking the shot. Shot is picked up. Chewy Stack in the goal just turns that one into a no and sends it right back into the trap. Moving across again. Callan picking this one up now, and the disc is still moving forward toward that blue zone. So the offensive attack is relentless, and that's where it needs to be for if Click is going to get themselves back into this one. Turning that one into points is exactly what they needed to do at this point in time.
Yeah, for sure. Gen Z going on, I think, a 6-point run there. They certainly needed to shut that one down before it got any worse and start getting themselves back into this if they want to come back in this round and take it in 2. They're only down by 5 and there's over 3 minutes to go, so this is certainly doable. That's only 2 goals. It'll be Prometheus looking down low for a Platypus, recovered by Callan, and just like that, Callan gonna get that nice and easy 3, and they cut that lead down to only 2 points.
Yep, just 2-point lead now. So, the march is back on, and Click tends to do this. They're doing it in spurts tonight. We saw them go on a 9-point or more run in the last round. This time they're rallying again. So don't ever count them out, because they are absolutely capable of stacking up point after point after point on you. Right there, another pickup from Link 1, crossing it into the zone, into the hands of Callan. Callan trying the shot, but not quite connecting just yet. Moving forward is Callan again, cleaning up the mess, and now it is a dead even game with just over 2 minutes left in the round.
Listen, I don't ever want to hear anybody in a pub complain about goalie stunning again. The teams at the top do it. I mean, we saw Callan wait for Chuck to come in and stun the goalie out, so he had the open 2. It is it works, and it's gonna get them tied up here at 9 apiece. Prometheus taking this one up to the ceiling, looking for that pass down low to a Platypus. It'll connect. Platy looking to get that one sent through, but it's gonna take some weird bounces into the hands of Chuck, not Norris. He's pre-stacked with Link. They're ready to go, but he's gonna opt to cross it instead to Captain Will. Captain Will sending this one through up to Callan. Callan with the open goal, and you know he's gonna make that. Just like that, Click is up by 3, 12-9.
Amazing play. Like you said, you cannot give Callan the opportunity to make that shot. He will make you pay for it, and pay dearly. As you see that they have now a 3-point lead now on the side of Click. So things are not going super well on the side of Gen Z at the moment, and that perhaps is why they choose to take a little time and talk about it. Maybe it'll make the difference. You never know. A timeout worked really well on Click's side a little bit earlier. I'm assuming that timeout came from the blue side. Is that right?
I would assume so. Spark doesn't like me either. But I think it is safe to guess here because, Click already took their timeout. They can't take another timeout. So that had to have come from blue.
Correct.
From Gen Z, excuse me. But yeah, games like this are so scary and so nerve-wracking because, it's only a 3-point difference right now. And it's only a game at the end of the day. But when you put it in the context of the Challenger Cup, you can lose by 1 point overall, and that is still a loss. And in the Challenger Cup, you only get 2 of those and you go home. You're halfway to going home. Hypothetically, Gen Z loses here. They could lose their next one too and just be done. Their shot at Master for this cycle just gone. So it's really... It's always interesting when I'm casting to try to put it in perspective of what's going on outside of the exact game. Whether it be leading into the Challenger Cup or when we're in a tournament. It's just it's crazy to think about how much pressure is on these games.
It is. I mean, and for the players to have to, to deal with their own, gameplay and the gameplay of their teammates, and keep the mental going, in a way that is productive for the team and is going to keep everybody, moving in the right direction. It's a true challenge, and it's a testament to how poised these players really are. It's not an easy task. Any of us that have played in VRML know that it can be very trying. It can be a task to keep yourself, focused and keep yourself, on point and really where the game needs to be from moment to moment. And to have to, sometimes it is the timeout that kind of helps you bring everything back into check, and, bring your teammates into check and take that moment. Dimly likes to mention that, sometimes when his team would take a timeout back even before timeouts were instituted properly like they are now, they'd take that technical moment and they would go out a headset and immediately just go take a walk outside for a second and get the fresh air, get the brain cleared off. So everybody approaches it differently, and I'm always curious to see what people are doing in that time. If they're out in the arena, or if they're, if it's a moment for them just to be quiet and sit, kind of in the locker room and poise and wonder, how it's going to go. So it's always, different and curious how that plays out.
I'm cracking up because I remember, wasn't it like just a couple days ago that there was a timeout and Newt came down to get a glass of chocolate milk and used your setup to check how much time was left in the timeout?
Yep, that is true. He did that.
Newt is something else.
He is innovative if he is anything.
why get back in headset when you can check out the caster's clock?
Right. I mean, surely
But,
Dad's going to be somewhere near the action, right?
But yeah, no, not to totally distract. You have a great point there, where it's interesting to see what works for different teams and what different strategies teams have to take that mental reset. Because like you said, I've certainly seen teams that go completely out of headset. They all take a breather, go get a glass of water, do whatever you got to do. But for me, I've always found that talking with your team is the best thing, because you all, everybody might have different ideas of what's going on and how to address it. And if you're down like this, if you're under pressure, you have to be on the same page and making sure you're addressing the same issues, or you're all going to be all over the place and those issues are only going to get worse.
Absolutely.
So I don't totally know what's going on with Gen Z, but I hope they are doing their best strategy and what works for them right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's all they can do.
Yeah.
And to be honest, if this game doesn't go their way, they'll get another chance, because you have to lose more than once to get out of this this tournament. So it does give you multiple opportunities, which is nice, in case just one team has your number and you just can't get your way out of it, and it is what it is, and it just hurts. So it says, ooh, did we get a sub? Because Chew Stack would message me saying that Klex hurt his elbow and they were pulling their sub.
They're not gonna have time now to do it with. They unpause and Klex is still in the arena, so I don't totally know what's going on. Or maybe they're just trying to get through this game and they'll get the sub next game. I don't know. We'll see. Who is Gen Z's? It's JT Graham, right? I think so. Maybe we will see JT Graham tonight. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will see, as A Platypus is going to pick this one up under no pressure, so he's gonna.
No, something happened. The disc was spawned in the middle, so I'm not sure what just happened.
What
here.
are they doing?
They're gonna reset. They have to, because the disc was in neutral joust. And
How does that even happen?
I'm not even sure how.
They can't reset. Hold on.
Yeah, they can.
Hold on. I gotta go.
did.
Governor. 1 second. What is?
Yeah, so they're gonna have to reset the clock and score to what it was, and then set the joust on the right side, or the correct side. Which
I don't know.
I'm no help with that, because I've restarted Spark a couple of times now.
I don't totally know what they're doing. It looks like they're gonna go from 2 minutes. They set the scores to 12-9. So, if I mean, this is where it gets really weird, just from a, both from a player's perspective and a mod perspective, because you're outside the rules at this point. You're in a tournament setting. You've got to get your matches done. We don't have time for them to completely reset the whole round, and certainly I'm sure Click wouldn't want to. They're up by 3, under 2 minutes to go.
No, they'll just set the clock where it was, and they can pick up where they left off.
Yeah, this works. This works.
This is, I mean, back in the day, back before we had the pause, if you needed to stop the clock, or if something happened, you hit restart. You requested a restart, and then you had to reset the rules right back to where you were. So
yikes.
Yeah, you had to know the time, and you had to know the points, and so they're setting it right back to where it was. And sometimes they would even go, people would go and roll the VOD back so they could tell them exactly what the stats were, as far as the time and score goes, so that they got it just right.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It's kind of an old school way to reset yourself. That was an odd moment there where the disc spawned in the middle, so that was incorrect. It should not have been there. And they're actually absolutely right to try to fix this and right the ship. But it does kind of slow us down a bit.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that. I didn't know you had to like back in the day. I didn't know you had to fully reset to stop the clock. That's wild. I mean, I'm a Quest 2 baby. It's wild. But
Captain Will asking me if I know the time before the pause, and I do not.
I can go check the VOD. I feel like it was 1:27, but I could be
I would
wrong.
have it in my Spark logs. Let's see if I can get it there.
Oh, true.
Let's see there. Oh, yeah, I have another spark. That's right. Event log says, Platypus team requested a restart. Where's the last score?
Oh, it is a minute.
12 to
49.
9 is for what's the score now? 12 to 9, right? 12 to 9
12 to
happened
9.
at 1:57.
No, the 3 happened. Hold on, I'm watching
No,
it
I got
back
it.
right
I got
now.
it right here. It's in the log. It says that the goal was scored from the front by Captain Will, assisted by Captain Will, scored by Callan. And it was a 1 minute 57 seconds. The score
Yeah,
was
but pause
12.
was hit at 149. It doesn't matter. It's
Right, and the
I
pause
say
was
that, and it's gonna end up. Yeah.
the pause was way after. Yeah, so they've set it to
Yeah.
152, so a couple seconds to
Yeah,
because
cut it
they
even.
have a running clock, so it would have been less than that by the time they came out of the joust.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Wow.
Well, hopefully we get this going soon because we do have other games to get to. Speaking of, let's go check in on the bracket. So the winner of this game is going to move on to play the winner of Redshift and Atlanta Storm, and the loser of this game will play the loser of Redshift and Atlanta Storm. So Redshift is scary. These teams are fighting for the privilege of playing Redshift.
Yeah, and
And obviously just
Redshift being one of the two master tier teams in this qualifier. So yeah, I mean, if you're going to pick one of the two hardest teams to play, that's definitely one of them.
yeah, for sure. I think they are actually the top seed. And as I was sitting here, the scores just came in for that Redshift game. Redshift took it in 2 rounds. So the winner of this game will move on to play Redshift, and the loser will play Atlanta Storm down in the loser's bracket. It isn't over. It is a double elimination tournament. They'll have another chance against Storm, but certainly it is better to keep your 2 losses, or keep your record clean and have those 2 losses to save for later in the tournament. But yeah, interesting. As expected, we are the last game to play in round 1 tonight. We're the only game without scores in, but that's because we're taking a ton of timeouts. So if we could get this going, guys, that'd be really cool.
Yeah,
Thanks.
unfortunately, when they hit start, since they restarted, they have a minute countdown to get ready. So we're seeing 13, 12, 11 counting off. It's it's one thing on top of another. Luckily, I do believe they have the disc spawn in the correct point. The last team to score was the orange team, so it should spawn on the blue side, and we should get going.
I really hope they
There
thought
it
of that.
is.
They did. Good job, guys. I hope they set it to 1 round and remember, because then they're going to have to restart later if it goes to round 3. They got this. I have faith in them.
It does say round 2 of 3, so they've got this dialed in. So here we go. We're moving on. Prometheus taking the disc, and it just getting a little loose there, maybe some time, just taking the focus away from the players. But the long clear is there, and the disc is into the orange side. So click now on the defense. They do claim it and move it forward. It is through and all the way to the other side. It's picked up by Prometheus, and Prometheus is trying to connect it to Klex in the mid. So hopefully that injury isn't too bad for Klex, and they're feeling okay. Under pressure now, get with a stack right in their face. They do get the disc all the way through to the other side. They do. Gen Z needs points right now. They need 3 to tie this thing up. They need to stay on offense. It is now in the hands of Chuck Norris. Chuck is just waiting and looking around. They've got time on their side, so they're not going to be pushing too hard, too fast. But they are taking the open shot, and that one is in. Callan setting up the tone for the end of this game as we have just a little bit less than a minute to go.
Oh, that was so painful to watch from that Gen Z stack because, it's like they miscommunicated. They didn't go for the stack and they didn't go for the goal. They split the difference there. And, a sub on the fly. That was interesting. That was so fast. But Faster X is in the game, not JT Graham, but yeah, Faster X is in for Klex. So let's see how this one goes, as that is going to be up high into the Gen Z bubble, recovered by Link 1. Link 1 not going to find the goal, though, as that's all the way out. Chewy Stack slapping this one forward into the click zone. zone. It's going to be a stack race, and Callan going to overshoot this one at first and leave it for Captain Will to pick up. Captain Will under pressure, looking for the clear, bouncing it through to Chuck, not Norris, but Chuck does not see that stack coming. Chewy stack with the stun and the steal, going up high to A Platypus. A Platypus looking for the 3, but no good. Callan is home to shut it down, and that will be the end of this round. Click gonna take it in 2.
Yeah, Orange comes out on top, so that one in the books. Now, Click taking the first round win off of the Gen Z team. Unfortunately, the overlay is absolutely gone bonkers, and we are going to take this opportunity to bail out of here real fast, but we're going to be right back as soon as we do a reset and get some new teams in here with the round 2 match that we have promised, but we are late to, so we will be right back after these words. Boop-a-doop-boop.